Dylan, a couple of games have been called off in quick succession. How frustrating is that as a coach?
Yeah, frustrating for the team, frustrating for the staff as well. We want those games on, we wouldn't be playing games, but look, we have to control the controllables. It's not necessarily something that we can control. So, what we can do now is kind of get on the training pitch with the players and work really hard on some things, go after some stuff, and just improve and get better and use the time as well. We're going to have some friendlies put in, hopefully, and just use this little period now to really nail down on some stuff and to look to improve and move forwards.
I suppose the break maybe comes at a good time. There's been a few injuries, a few players coming back from fitness. Does that give you maybe time to work with players that you haven't had the opportunity to work with this season on the training ground?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, really. We could really work with some players now and get them back fit and do that. Obviously, we want to be playing games, but yeah, it's a really good opportunity, I think, for everyone, to be honest, to get some time on the grass. We've had some really good training sessions to really go after a few things, to work on some stuff, and really set us up for the end of the season and that run-in. We've got 8 games now left, so we can use this time to prepare well, to really train hard and just improve as a team. That's really what we want to do.
It's rare at this stage of the season to be having such a big break. I imagine normally you used to go in, we've got to fit in 4 or 5 games, not miss 3 or 4 weeks. How do you, as a team, kind of adapt to that almost mid-season break?
We've got to stay ready. We have to keep ready, because a game can be put in, by the way, as well. So it's not a guarantee that we haven't got a game. So all we've got to do is make sure we're ready. So if a game gets put in next Sunday, which it could, I'm not sure what that situation is, then we've got to be ready to play it and ready to perform. So all we've got to do is keep ourselves ticking over. We've got to keep working hard. We've got to keep together. We've got to keep being relentless and doing all that stuff and think about how can we really push forwards now? Like, how can we really use this time to improve as a group of staff, as a group of players, and move forwards? Because we've got 8, 9 massive games coming up, and we're going to really enjoy that. It's a great challenge. But now we've got a good opportunity to take a bit of a breath, as long as the game doesn't get put in, and improve and be really, really detailed, I think, because sometimes you can get caught up in the week by week and game by game and a lot of reaction as well, like in terms of what we're working on and why we're working on it, preparing for the next game. Now we can really spend some time, which we do anyway, but really spend some time working on ourselves and thinking about how can we move forwards as a group of players and staff, and how can we really attack those last 8, 9 games and just enjoy the challenge. That's why we're here.
I suppose it gives you that reflection of it's the first year at a new level. Maybe it is a good thing to stop and pause and look at maybe what's gone well, what hasn't gone well. It provides you that opportunity.
100%, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Both in terms of us as a staff as well, like looking at what we've done and what are we going to go after now for the next part of the season. Looking at our values as well and our culture, that's really, really important to us. We've asked the players for some stuff on that, and we're going to look to really improve and try and build that up as we go. But yeah, it's a really, we have to see the positives in it, I think. Obviously we want to be playing games, that's what we want to be doing, that's why we're here. But we have to use it as a moment now where we can get a little advantage in terms of really working hard on some things, both in terms on the pitch and off the pitch as well, in terms of being together and our values as a football club, and a group of players and staff as well. So yeah, it's a good opportunity, I think, for us to really go after a few things.
And you mentioned the possibility of getting some friendlies in, provided the games that are kind of being postponed don't get dropped in. How important is it to get those friendlies in, but also to manage kind of the level of those friendlies and maybe how spread out those games are?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's important. We want to be challenged in friendlies, by the way. I think that's the most important thing. There's no point playing against teams where we're not going to be challenged. That's what we're going to be in the league game. So yeah, we want to be challenged. We want to be stretched. We want to get real good outcomes for the players in terms of improving and really being tested to improve, but also physically as well. That's the bottom line, isn't it? Physically, we need to stay ready. Psychologically, we need to stay ready, working at the right intensity. So yeah, it's those friendlies are going to be good. Might be internal friendlies, I'm not sure, but yeah, we're going to need some stuff. Got the reserves as well. Had a few players playing for them at the weekend, which was really, really positive. That will continue as well. So yeah, really, really positive stuff in that sense. We just want to make sure things are ticking over properly.